Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and today we are going to do our achievement guide or tutorial on how to unlock the Shimmering Snowflake CARDBACK by solving the mysteries hidden through Alterac Valley. It's basically the hidden achievement right now if you look in your gameplay folder, and there are 3 steps we are going to have to go through. And before we get into it, I do want to give a big shout out first to Manuel Rain Delgado, who put this article together that put the findings together of the WoW secret finding Discord, as well as a huge shout out to them for solving all of this. I will link this below. This is what I use to solve everything. It links directly to a bunch of Excel documents that we're going to need to use. So I will give a warning before we get into this. This will take you a long time. This took me 3 hours approximately on stream with the help of my Twitch chat as well as the help of this guide. But hopefully this video, if you're not clear of some of these things, it'll help you get through it. But regardless, it's going to take you some time. Set aside some time because it ain't that easy. But again, you can do it in parts. You don't have to do it all at once. You can even like leave your status and exit and come back. And anyways, let's solve the puzzles. Let's solve it together, and I'll try and walk you through it as well as I can. So I'll be doing this starting on my EU account, which I haven't played in ages, and you don't need access to any cards or anything like that. You simply go in the game mode section, you go into the solo adventures area, and basically as long as you have access to the Book of Mercenaries, which you automatically do, you can access all 3 of these puzzles. So starting off with the first puzzle, we are going to go into Kurtrus's area, and to access his puzzle, you click right here, this little corner, and boom, you will be entered into the first puzzle. And well, we're going to walk through it. Basically, all of this can be done by inputs that we're going to be accessing, but it's important to note this puzzle is completely random. This is random. These numbers will be different for everybody, but if you follow the guide, as long as you understand the guide, that's the more complicated part, you'll be fine. So the objective of this puzzle is you want to survive 20 turns without any of these getting down to 0 health. You can use your hero power once a turn, once every 20 turns, and you can only use your hero power 15 times. And it's based on momentum. Basically, everything will change basically on a certain parameter. It'll accelerate, some will be faster, some will be slower, and basically you don't need to worry about any of it. All you got to do is follow this guide that is posted online. So using this guide, again, I will post this below. I'll also post this separately. You'll want to click on Kurtrus's juggling puzzle guide. Again, this will be linked below as well. You click on that, it'll bring you to this whole thing that explains the puzzle. What you want to do is go to this reference sheet. Basically, we'll solve this for you. So it shows health and position, it shows sorted by position, and it shows the calculator sheet. What you want to do before I get into the details of it is select all 3 of these tabs down here, select all 3 of them. You want to copy it and make a new spreadsheet because you need to make inputs, and this is a read all. So you open up the separate spreadsheet, that'll get you open, and now you'll leave this alone. You'll leave this alone, and now we're going to fill out this calculator. And basically this calculator that is linked below, use that and all of that, will get you through that. All these green areas are what we populate. It's what we populate, and it will calculate when it's going to get to 0 and what we have to do. So you can see here, I will populate this based on these numbers. So we have 93 is the first unit. I put that into the Excel document. We have 16, we have 64, we have 52, we have 29, we have 94, and we have 17. And what you want to do is end the turn. You don't want a hero power, nothing like that. Just end the turn. The numbers will change, and then you put those numbers into here again. So we have 82, we have 75, we have 64, we have 3, we have 61, we have 79, and we have 81. And from here, this will calculate exactly what we need to do. What we need to do is get these ends to disappear. If basically this unit hits end, that means we hit 0, that means we die. So what we want to do is hero power the units that are getting close to end. That will add momentum to it, so that, or take away momentum. I'm not sure how it works, but regardless, you hero power the one that's getting close and it'll delay its death. And you can actually calculate this out before even making a single input into the game. Let's walk through it together. You can see that right away, this one is very close to being ended. This is the 7th unit. So what you want to do is hero power the 7th unit on the board. We're going to enter that here because we hit the 7 on our second turn. So we end the turn and you can see the progress is going along. This is now 2 turns have been done. We have 14 mana. We use the hero power and you can see that it's delayed. It will not hit 0 until this turn. And what we want to do next is delay the next one. So we're going to delay the 5th unit. So what we want to do again is hero power. And you'll see that this is populating this calculation. You can see that we're on the 3rd turn. This is 34, that's 34, that's 44, that's 44. You want to double check as you're going along. That'll show your progress that you're making the correct inputs. But again, we want to hero power the 5th unit. So we're going to hero power the 5th unit. And remember, we don't have infinite hero powers. We only have 20. So we'll want to be sparing with it. Depending on your progress, like if none of these are close to end, you could just pass and not hero power. But this one's getting pretty close, so I'm going to end it early. And again, you can also calculate it out early. I recommend actually doing that where you put in this 5th input early and kind of plan out accordingly because it'll calculate it out. But in terms of the tutorial to show you guys, I feel like it's easier if you understand what I'm actually doing rather than putting in random numbers. But so you can see here for the next like 3 turns, I can get away without hero powering. So I'm going to not hero power just this one turn because we can't hero power every turn. We only have 15. So I passed this turn and now I'm going to hero power the 4th row. I'm going to hero power or the 4th column, the 4th unit. We're going to do that. We're going to end the turn and we could probably hero power basically the rest of the way or close to it. I'll have to pass a couple turns, but now I'm going to hero power the first one to delay the inevitable again. So we're going to hero power the first one. That delays it, we end it, and basically going through the motions on this, I am going to try, it looks like the second one's pretty close. So that'll actually fix the second one. We hit second, end is gone. We will not have to hero power it again. So let's get that one done. We do not have to hero power the second one again because it will not hit 0 according to our calculations. Next, we have either looks like the 3rd unit or the last unit. Let's take a look at the last unit. If we hit the last unit, it will go about halfway. If we go to the 3rd unit, it'll end it. So let's hit the 3rd one. Let's just get it out of the way. Let's get rid of it. The momentum is a little bit different for that one. Let's end it. So we'll go down one more row. Let's take a look at, now we kind of have to hit the 7th. We're getting very close, but we don't actually have to. Let's see if we can get rid of another one. So if we hit 6, that'll get rid of 6. So let's get rid of 6. We'll hit the 6th unit and we'll have to hit the 7th next turn, but that's fine. That's fine because we have plenty of time to hero power it. So now we hit the 7th unit because otherwise if we don't, it'll end and we'll lose. We hit the 7th and now it's down to 3 left. So we'll have to hero power it one more time, but we want to try and min-max this so we don't have to use all of our hero powers and we might run out. So the 7th is done. So now we have to hit either the 5th, 4th, or 1st. So let's see what happens if we hit the 5th one. The 5th one will have 1 left, so we want to wait till next turn to do the 5th one. Let's try the 4th one. The 4th one will go away, and the 1st one will go away. So it doesn't really matter. Let's do the 1st one. Let's click it, get rid of it. And now we're left with the 4th, 5th, and last. So let's check out, well, we have to do the 5th one or else we'll die. And it still doesn't quite line up nicely, but we'll have to do it or else the game is over. Hopefully we can complete this. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, but if you calculate it ahead of time, you can ensure it'll work out. But we're trying to do it on the fly so you guys can tell what's going on. Next, we have the last one. We'll get rid of that. Let's get rid of the last one, the 7th one. So that finishes that one. We still have 4 hero powers, so we'll get there. And now we're going to hit the 4th one, which will fix that one. So let's hit the 4th one. And then lastly, we have to hit the 5th one. So we hit the 5th one. And yeah, we'll end the turn. We hit the 5th unit. And then we could just end the rest of the turn. And that will complete the first part of the achievement for this puzzle. It's pretty silly, but it works. And yeah, just follow that calculator. And again, you can do it ahead of time. You can populate the inputs on what you're hero powering ahead of time to see how it'll solve. But overall, it's not too complicated once you know how to use it. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I know how to use the calculator. So here we go. And there we go. It is completed. If it's completed properly, that'll pop up and the hero will blow up. That's the first part. And let's move on to the second part of the puzzle. For the second part of the puzzle, you want to access Xyrella's Rubik Cube puzzle guide on the website there. And basically, we're going to have to be solving a 2x2 Rubik's Cube. But again, we're going to be able to just input everything and not have to worry about basically anything other than direct orders. And to access this, you want to access Xyrella, Book of Mercenaries. You want to click this bottom left corner, and this will access the next puzzle. So again, this is going to be populated randomly, and we're going to have to solve this Rubik's Cube based on tribes. You can see the tribes, like this is an elemental. You can see this is a murloc, this is a mech, and there's going to be 4 of each tribe, and you have to basically sort them that each area, each 4 of these are their own tribe. That will solve it, but we can do this all with automated inputs and go through it step by step. So let's do that. And you'll want to have this document open. It will lay out exactly what you need to do. In this document, there's a Rubik's Cube solver. That's what we're going to ultimately get to use to finish this. And you can see the Rubik's Cube solver. It's a 2x2 solver here. You have all these different colors, and we're going to need to allocate every tribe to its own color based on positions that we will utilize. And to do that, I made a quick little Excel spreadsheet. You can just basically have the position. So 1 through 24, there's 24 different positions. We have a tribe, and we're going to allocate a tribe and a color. So you can see here, I have elemental set to yellow, murloc green, mech orange, demon blue, dragon red, beast and white. All these tribes are represented here. You can see we have a dragon, we have a murloc, we have a mech, we have a dragon, we have a demon, and basically what we want to do is populate the positions by tribe and colors. So what do we mean by positions? Well, if you open up this document that we referred to earlier, again, it's all linked and all of that, you will see that the starting area, the starting tribes, minions 1 through 12 are shown right here. These are 1 through 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need to know these positions to allocate them to the solver, the Rubik's Cube solver that we showed you. And well, basically we're going to populate our spreadsheet we have made specifically for this. So we know that position 1 is a dragon. So we are going to write in a dragon. And we gave the dragon the color of red. So we write in the color of red. And what we're going to do is go through each single one. Another example here, this is number 2. This is an elemental. We're going to write in an elemental. And then that one's color is yellow. And yeah, basically we go through spot by spot until we hit number 12 and have our war gear, which is a mech, populated. So let's do that really quickly. I'll fast forward. You can see I have populated this 1 through 12, and well, you know, we got to do 24 more positions. So how do we get the more positions? Well, if you refer to the document, you will see that we now need to get to 13 to 20, which are these. We need to use the card from the left once. So this card, from the first one from the left, we use 1 time. That is it, according to the instructions. Then we use the second card 3 times. So we use this once, twice, 3 times. That's all we have to do. And now this unit down here, this murloc, will be number 13. And so basically so on and so forth. So this one is a 14, this one is 15, 16, this is 17, 18, 19, 20. So we need to populate our spreadsheet accordingly. So we'll fast forward and do that. So I have allocated basically all of them up to 20. And now, so we have all of these up to 20 done. We have to get the last 4, 21 through 24. And to get there, we must use the first card 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. The second card we use once, so this one once. The third card twice. And the fourth card twice. That will give us the minion positions we need. So basically 21, 22, 23, 24. This is 21, that's 22, 23, 24, and we fill in our spreadsheet accordingly. So 21 is a demon, and basically we'll skip ahead and populate this accordingly. So now all 24 positions have been allocated, and we need to get back to the starting point where these minions originally were positioned. And to do that, we have to use the third card twice and the fourth card twice to get back. So the third card, we use this twice, and then we use the fourth card twice. And the minion should be where we started off with. If you remember it, this is where we started off with. Now it's time to input our data into the Rubik's Cube solver. So to use the solver, you simply click the link in the guide, and then you click this, you get to this, you click edit, and then you have to populate the field. So we have to start with the red field. So that's why we allocated each tribe its own color. So number 1 is red. And if you look at the Xyrella document, you can see the way that you have to input it. So you see number 1 is right here. Number 1 is red. We click that in, it will populate. Next, we see that our next red is number 6, right? You take a look at this on the graph. Number 6, we need to populate this one. And basically go in through color by color and populate it. So another example is dragon is number 10 is red. Again, we take a look here. We see that one is red. We'll fill in the last red, which we'll take a look again is number 20. Number 20 on this is the bottom right. We click that and then it switches to green. Then we fill green, then we fill the other color, and it'll eventually automatically populate it itself. It'll figure out what it can't be. So I'm going to skip ahead. I'll fast forward it so you can see how I'm doing it, but basically going to be emptying all the greens, which are our burlocks. And well, let's start putting everything in and fill this out. And there you go. It is populated. I click this one and it populated a bunch more. And once it's populated, once it's done, you want to click, we'll blow this up. You want to click solve. And it will show you the steps you need to complete it. This will vary. My first time I did it, I had to do like 6 steps. This one will have to do 10 times. And you see it says U and like R dash and all of that. Well, that is all explained how to complete it right in this document as well. You can see that it lays out every single movement we need to do. So you can see the first one we need to do. Step 1 is U. We take a look at U without any dash. So we don't want this one. We don't want U2. We want just U. And U means using the third card 3 times. So we open this up. We do this 1, 2, 3. That is the first step. That is the first step we do, and then we just go through each one of these and do it accordingly, and by the time we get to F2, the Rubik's Cube will be solved. So I'll do one more as an example. We have our dash, is it? I don't know, our whatever. Use the 6th card once. That's all we have to do is use the 6th card once, which is this one. So that is our second step. Our third step, we have to do a U again, which, if we remember correctly, is using the third card 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And basically go through these step by step and complete it. I'll fast forward. We'll go through steps 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll fast forward and get this done for you guys so you don't have to watch too much of this. One. 72. 3 cards twice. And 2. Using 6 cards twice. And dash 3 cards. And my last step is F2, which is using the second or the first card twice. This should complete the Rubik's Cube and get us for the next part of the achievement done. And there we go. No longer green. Hero defeated. And we are through yet another part. There's one more, and this one takes absolutely forever. For the last part, the last puzzle, we have to go to Cariel. Cariel is the last part, and I will warn you, we click the top right to unlock it. And this puzzle, I will let you know, this will take you multiple hours, an hour and a half to 2 hours, probably minimum. Even if you know exactly how to do it, it is tedious, it is long, but once you understand how to do it, it is not that bad. It just takes a long time. So I'm not going to show the entire thing. That's just not going to be a thing, but I'll show you how to understand how to do it, how to complete it, and hopefully you can get there from that point, because once you get it, what's going on, it really isn't that bad. It's just a ton of inputs and super, super frustrating. So you can see here we have these 4 different areas. These are basically walkways, passageways. This one will go straight up. This one will go to the right. This one down here goes to the left, and this goes down. And what am I talking about? Well, right now we are in the middle of a giant maze. We are in the middle of a giant maze, and it's all been mapped out. It's been mapped out. Every single unit has been mapped out, but we'll have to read a map and understand what we're doing to actually get through this. And well, let's take a look at it. So for the Cariel section, you're going to want to go to the site again. Go to the Cariel puzzle guide, which is this document, and then it'll explain how I explain the movements. You can see how it shows the basically how this one goes up, this one goes up. I'll show what that means. I'll show you what that means. Basically, I'm going to disregard pretty much everything that's written here. It doesn't really, like, you can read this. It can probably help you out, but I'm going to try and explain it myself. And basically, what this puzzle is you are locked into this giant maze, this giant world. Looking at is literally the entire world we are currently in. There are, I believe, 8 different sections. You can see these are all different dungeons. Imagine these as dungeons. In every single dungeon, the inner workings are the exact same. You see this purple mark? This is where you will spawn in to one of these dungeons, but you don't know which dungeon you're in. It can be any of these 8. Any of these 8. So you will start in one of these in this little purple spot. And what you're going to have to do is navigate your way through this, all the way, break this wall here. You're going to break this orange wall, which is in the same spot. You can see this orange wall here, this orange wall here. It's the same spot for every one of them. Then you're out of the outer part, which is different for every single dungeon. From there, you have to find the other wall to break. You will break this wall, which will get you to the outer world. And once you're in the outer world, you have to go to the center purple dot where Bob the bartender, he is there, and you have to give him 20 coins that you will find in these dungeons. So what the hell does this exactly mean? I will try and explain it my best, because you literally have to go through, I believe, at least 3 of these dungeons entirely to get 20 coins. So you have to move unit by unit. Let's say, okay, we're in this pink spot, right? We're in this pink spot. This is the start. We'll take a look at the start, the initial zone. They're all the same, right? This is that pink dot. You can go to the initial zone tab. See this pink dot? That's where we have to be. We have to navigate to these treasure chests. All these treasure chests, and you have to go in a specific order. I recommend using is the Word document and this picture. This picture shows the exact mapping of how you will get out of the initial zone. Remember, the initial zone is the same for everyone. We will go through this process entirely together, and the rest I will hopefully let you navigate on your own, because it will take too long to possibly show in a video. So we are at that purple mark. Showed you the purple mark in this main area, and we are going to take a look at this purple mark here. So we start here. Let's work through. I'll show you how you navigate this map. Once you understand how the map works, it's really not that bad. It's just tedious as hell. You're gonna have to take some time to do this. You can do it in breaks, but it's tedious as hell. So what we are doing here is we are at this purple spot. So you see, we want to basically follow this purple line. We want to follow this initial line. So as I said, this one goes down, this one goes up, this goes to the right, this goes to the left. So to move, we hero power, and we want to move down 1 unit, and we move down a unit. And you can see we are looking at a wall. We are looking at a wall, and we can go either up, right, or left. That wall is this wall right here, this black mark. So you can see we want to go right. When we move right, the wall will stay below us, meaning we can't move down. So I'm going to move to the right. That puts us right here. We're going to move to the right again. And when I move to the right again, we will not be able to go up or down. So when I go right, I can't go up or down. So that's how you're moving it. You're moving along this. You have to follow this map very well, like religiously, or else you're going to get lost and you might want to restart. And to restart, you can just hit the right tab and hit restart. So you can do that. So yeah, you can do that. So we move right again, and that will bring us to this spot where we can move any direction. We'll be able to move any direction and it won't show any restriction. But now we want to move down, and you'll note we want to move all the way down to this wall. So whenever I see a wall, we're aligned to straight to a wall, I will just click down until I can't go down any further. So I just click down, 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 down. I can't move any further. Now I want to move all the way left, right? I want to move all the way left to a wall, and I can't move further. So we do the same thing. I click left, left, left. We are all the way at this wall. Now I move up all the way to the wall. And again, we are right here. That's how we're traversing this map. Like, the main thing for me to try and understand was how this world works, where I'm moving. And once I understood how the map works, it got quite simple, just very tedious. So now we're going to move left twice, which allow us to go down, but not up, right? We'll be able to go down, but not up. We can go left and right. So we're right here. We're going to go down until we hit a wall. So we go down, we hit the wall. And now I'm going to move left twice until I can move down. I can move down. I am right here now. I'm right in this spot. I will move down twice until I can go right. So I can't go right here. It won't let me. I go down, and then I go right, and now I can't go right again. And now I'm right in this corner. And we are just progressing. That's all we're doing. We're going to go down. You could see it. Another square, another square, another square, another square. So we want to go down until we can go right. There's a wall, there's a wall, there's a wall, and now we can go right. Right now we are in this spot where this green line is. We're going to have to travel there later. So we go right, right, hit a wall. We're right here. We go up, all the way up until we hit a wall. We'll do the same here. We'll go all the way right until we hit a wall. And basically, we're just moving along. And what you're trying to do with this progression, what we are trying to do, we are following this path until we get to this treasure box. This treasure box will contain a way of traveling. What we want to do is follow this path until we hit a treasure box. This treasure box will give us an axe. This axe will allow us to cut down trees. You'll see that. We'll continue along that path until we get to this treasure chest, which will give us a way of traversing, I believe, another way of getting through other obstacles. We get a compass. We end up getting magma boots that let us walk on fire. And then we get all the way until the dynamite, which lets us blow up walls. So we're going to go through all this. It's going to take a while, but I want you guys to understand. If you understand this part and can get out of this part, you can basically solve the rest of this puzzle, no problem. So again, we're leaving off. We are here. We're currently looking at this wall. We're going to move up twice, which will then allow us to move right. We move right. And what we're going to do, we're going to end up moving 5 times. We'll eventually see a wall up above us. There'll be a wall above us, so we're right here. We'll move one more time. There is no longer a wall above us, and then we move up until we hit the wall above us. So now we're right here. We move right twice. Now we hit a wall, and you see this red? That's fire. So we're gonna move up until we hit the fire. So we see this fire. We cannot traverse it yet. So we go right twice until we hit the fire. Another fire, which puts us right here. And then we go down until we hit a wall, which puts us right here. We go right twice until we hit a wall, which puts us right here. And then we're going to go down, which we'll see a wall to our right. We'll go down. There'll be an opening right here. We'll go down. There's a wall to our right. Down, there's an opening. And now we follow the opening to the right all the way again to the wall, which will put us right here. And we just follow this around. So we're going to go down until a wall. We go left until we hit a wall, down until we hit a wall, right until we hit a wall, down until we hit a wall, left until we hit a wall, and then we're going to go up 3 times. We're going to go up 3 times, left, and you'll see the treasure chest. That yellow mark is the treasure. This will add treasure to your hand. So we now have a coin. These are coins that we have to give to Bob. Keep track of how many of you got. You need to get 20. Each of these areas, each of these dungeons, I believe have 5 gold in them. So you'll note that you'll have to get 20 gold from these. But there's 1 gold out in the main world. 1 gold. We got a torch, which allows us to get through, I think, dark areas. I can't remember what it's used for, but it lets us traverse in a compass, which basically does nothing. Don't really worry about it. It's a apparently cosmetic, just like the Jump King. So we got our first treasure. So we continue along this path. We want to go left to hit the wall. And to do that, we get to click our hero power. We go left to hit the wall. We go up until they hit the wall, and we're up. And you see now we can get through, because we have the torch, we can get through the ghost areas. So the ghost areas are purple, and we're going to follow the purple all the way left until we hit fire, which is that red area. So again, we're following this purple road. We should see fire. Now we have to go up, which puts us right here, and now we go left in between the fire. There'll be fire above us and below us, and we go all the way left until we see a wall below us. See, there's a wall below us. We're right here. We go left one more time, and now we go all the way down into the wall. We go through the ghosty area, all the way down, we hit a wall. Now we go all the way left until we hit a wall, which will put us right here, down against the wall, left, and now there's trees. We can't get through the trees yet, so we go down into this wall here. We go left until this wall here. And now we're gonna go up until we hit the trees. We're gonna go right, hit the trees again. Now we go up until we hit a wall. We go right, and there should be a treasure right here, which will give us more coins, and we will get an axe. You can only get the axe, the compass, and the torch once, but you can get coins multiple times. So when you go to the other dungeons and open these same chests later, you won't get a multiple axe, you won't get multiple compass. Every chest will open a coin and dynamite, and you'll see dynamite in a second. So we are right here. And to get rid of the tree, we have to go through it. We have to click our hero, grab the axe, and cut the tree. The axe is unlimited. You can use it as many times as you want. Dynamite you can only use once. Again, we haven't got that yet. So now we're gonna move up until we can move right. So there's a wall to our right, there's a wall to our right, there's a wall to our right. Now we go right until we hit the wall. We go up until we hit the wall. And again, we're gonna go right until we hit the wall. So yeah, we're right here, and we want to go all the way up. You see this little green area? That's going to be a tree. So we're going to get to this tree, and again, we're going to hit our hero, grab our axe, cut down the tree, again, start moving, and now we're going to move all the way up until this little section. And you'll note there's another green here. So I'm just going to keep going up until I hit that tree. What I'm going to do is get to that tree. There'll be a tree to my left, up top, and a wall to my left, right? I'll just move right back down. And now I need to go left to the wall, back up to the wall, left against the wall. So that puts us right here. We go back up to the wall, we go left to the wall again, and now we need to go up into the ghosty area until we hit a wall. We're gonna go all the way to the right against it. Very fun, isn't this? This is not tedious at all. Then we go up against the wall. Now we're gonna go hit right until we hit another wall, right? See, we go straight right against another wall. Now we go up against the top wall. We go right against this wall, and now we're gonna go down and we're gonna hit a tree, which we have to cut down using our axe. So we cut the tree. We then move down 2 units, and to our left, right here, down here, there is a treasure chest. So I am right in this unit. We grab the treasure chest, and the treasure chest will grant us magma walk boots and coins. So now we can walk on fire. So we'll go to this spot, we'll go to the left, and you can see there's fire. We can now walk on this. We are currently walking on it. We want to go all the way down, hit a wall, and we're gonna follow this yellow trail all the way down, which will get us to dynamite. So again, we hit a tree, we need to cut the tree down. So we're going to do that. We go to the left. This brings us now to this corner, and we follow the yellow all the way down until we can go right into the purple, right? There's a purple track here. We're gonna go right once we see the purple ghosts. Not sure what it's called, but that's what we're gonna do. So we follow that down twice until we can go down into the fire. We go down into the fire, and we follow that until we hit a wall. which then we'll go right until we can hit a wall. We'll go down until we can hit a wall. We'll go left until we can go down. And then we'll go hit a wall, left into a wall, down into a wall. And again, now we go right, we go up, we go right. That brings us to this corner. We're gonna get a ghosty area in a second here. We go left, and now we just follow this all the way to the left. There will be a treasure chest, which will contain dynamite and a coin, which will get us out of this area. So we now have dynamite and a coin. Now we have to get out of this area. This area, again, is the same for everybody. We have to get to this marker here. So let's follow the red trail. We go all the way back from where we came from. So we're going all the way right against the wall. All the way right against it. We go up until we hit a wall. We go left until we hit a wall. We go down until we hit a wall. Left until a wall. Up until a wall. And then we're gonna go right 1 unit. As you can see, it's just 1 unit there. Then back up to, we go right to, up to, until we hit a wall. We're gonna go all the way left until we can go up into the magma. We go up into the magma. We go up into it again. And yeah, up into it again. And now we're gonna go right all the way across up until we can go up into a clear area. So we're gonna go into magma, we're gonna go into the ghost area, and then we're gonna go into a clear area right about here, I believe. Oh, sometimes it likes to reset your trigger, by the way. You have to re-hero power. So now we are right here. We go up, and now you're gonna see the wall on the right will look different. You can see, I'll blow this up right now. This wall looks like that. Note how this wall is on the right. It will change to look different. It will look different, and that's where you're going to use your dynamite. You see it changed? The wall is slightly different on the bottom. That, and only this one will be a fake wall that you will click your hero, you will use the dynamite on, and it will blow up the wall. But be aware that basically every other fake wall that is marked on the map will not look different. And if you use your dynamite and you have none left on a non-fake wall, you have to start over because you won't have enough dynamite to get that. Has got us to this point. We are now looking at an open wall. And what you want to do from here is no longer use the Word document. You want to go to the Google Doc and go to this large world map, the large world map, and you need to figure out what map you are on. So again, you could be in any one of these worlds. Any one of these worlds. We all start in the middle of it, but you're near the end. So the best way to test it is, you can see this is the broken wall where we came out of, the orange. We want to find out where we are. So right now we're in this little square. We're in this square, or we're possibly in this square. You want to figure out your surroundings. So what you are going to do is get out of this. No matter what, I believe every broken door you have to go. So we're going to move to the right, which puts us in the area we broke. We move right again. We're right here. We're in this orange sector. We're not quite out of the broken wall. And now we go right, and we're no longer in the broken wall. So right now I can move any direction. So I could be in this area. I could be in this area. I think all the areas you can go all the directions right away. Well, this one, no. This one you can see the second you come out, you should see a wall to your right. So we already know we're not here, but we could be in this one. We could be in this one. We can't be in this one because we don't see the purple there. So we know we're not there. We could be here because this whole area is open. Blue is open. This one's open as well. So we're going to move 1 to the right. We're going to move 1 unit to the right and see what happens. Okay, so we're looking at a wall. We moved 1 to the right, so we could be here, where if we move to the right, we hit a wall. We could be here where we move to the right and hit a wall. We already know we're not there. We could be here, that one as well, because there's a wall there. We could be here as well. There's quite a few. There's quite a few we could be at, so the best thing we could do is go down. Let's go down and see what that eliminates. And if we move down, it's completely open. This one, if we go down, we can move all directions. So it could be this one. It's called Guamaris. It can't be this one because if we went down, we would have faced lava. Lava would have been there. It would not have been completable. If we move down here, we should have seen a wall, so it can't be that one. If we move down here, there should be a wall to our right, so it can't be that one. It could be this one, though, because we moved down and it's all open, so there's two it could be. And it cannot be this one because we moved down and there's no wall down below there. So we have two we have to eliminate. We still don't know exactly where we are. But once we know where we are, at this point, we'll know where we are for the rest of the game and we're no longer lost. We literally just have to follow the map perfectly for the rest of the game. Move down from here and we see a wall to the bottom. We know it's this one, but it also could be this one. No matter what, when we move down, there's going to be a wall to our at the bottom because both of these have the same. So now we need to find what differentiates them. What differentiates them here? If I move left once, I'm going to see a wall to my left there. If I move left once here, I'm going to see a wall as well. So they're the same in that regard. They're also the same in terms of if I move right, we're going to see a wall to our bottom. If I move right again, there should be wide open again for both of them. They're both wide open, right? Like we are right here. This is the unit. We are right here. If we were in this spot, if we were up here, we would also be right here, which is wide open in both spots. But that changes. If I go down and there is no wall here, that means I am in this area. If I go down here and there's a wall to my bottom and my left, that means I am in this area and we know exactly where we are. And that's where we are. We are down here. This is where, if this is you and you load it in, you now know exactly where you are on this giant world map. Every area is mapped out accordingly. We are exactly in this position. And for the rest of the game, what you need to do is very tedious. It's awful, but it works and it will get done. But what you have to do is you need to navigate from this spot. You need to find a path so you can see if it's blue, you can walk through it. If it's white, you can walk through it. And what you need to do is walk all the way around through here, all the way down, grab this treasure chest, which will have another piece of dynamite and another coin. You'll take that dynamite and coin, walk all the way back and go to this orange broken wall. You break that wall open, and then from here, you walk all the way up to Bob. Bob is here. And when you see Bob, you will go to your hero, you will click them, and basically grab the coin and hover it over him and give him all your coins. What you want to do, there's two important things you need to note though. Your hand size, you can only hold 10 cards. So once you're done this dungeon, you need to give him all of your coins, and then you have to do it again in another dungeon. But to get into another dungeon, you need more coins. So once you've gone to this purple spot, which is Bob, you go down and to the left, cut a tree down, and there is a treasure chest right here where this yellow thing is. There is another piece of dynamite and another coin there. You bring the coin back to Bob, you give it to him, and then you have to go to any other dungeon. It doesn't matter where. It can be this one, it can be this one, it can be this one. You have to traverse all the way back and go to one of these orange walls. You have to make sure it's exactly that wall. It won't show as a fake. You have to make sure you're in that exact spot. So the way I did it was I went like right below this tree and went right until I hit a wall. You use the dynamite you found here. You blow up the wall, you then are in the next dungeon. You go in the next dungeon, you find the next chest that's on the outside, you grab the coin of dynamite there, you then find this broken wall, you blow that open, which again will not look fake, you need to make sure it's the exact one, and then you go through the inners like every other dungeon, go to this chest, this chest, this chest, this chest, you'll have 5 more coins, you go back to Bob, you give him the coins, and you do it again over and over. So you have to bring him 20 coins. So you will bring him 5 from your initial dungeon, you'll bring him 1 from here, and then you have to bring him another 15. So 5 from here, 5 from here, and 5 from there. You end up only having to do 4 in the last one, but that's basically how it's done. You understand how to read the map, you traverse, it takes forever. And I'm not going to show going through it the entire way. It'll look different, but once you understand how to read the map, again, watch the video, watch how I traverse this dungeon, how I got through it, and just go through it. And just make sure, don't get Bob Dynamite, you'll blow them up. And the last thing I'll say is every chest you open from here on in will contain a coin and dynamite. You can only hold 10 cards. So when you get dynamite, only keep one. If you have 2 dynamite in your hand, just throw it away. You can use it on anything, on any empty space. It doesn't matter. Just throw the dynamite away, have 1 left in your hand, and then do the 20 coins, and then you'll eventually unlock this. You'll unlock this card back. I'm not doing it again, not on my other account. I know how to do it. It takes forever. Just get through it if you want to do it. But again, it's super tedious, but hopefully this guide helped. If you have any tips you want to share in the comments below, let me, help people out, and everything's linked below. And hopefully this helped. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.